It's time for another edition of Pet Talk with the Nebraska Humane Society.
When storms roll through, your dog might shake or whimper or run scared to a place like a bathtub. They might have similar reactions to fireworks.
So what can you do to help them relax? Pet behavior specialist Cathy Guinane is here to answer that question. Good morning, Cathy.
Good morning. I hear in the distance that pressure chamber has fired up again. We can hear it from inside the building.
And it doesn't seem to be bothering this little pooch.
So far, so good.
Fine.
Yes, she's a little worried about life in general. This is Bailey. She's some sort of a terrier mix. We think she's about 9 months old.
Yeah.
She was running stray, so life is a little worrisome to her. She seems to be a little more worried about men, so we need to kind of make men a positive, which treats help a lot because she likes treats, and if you don't stare at her, she does really pretty well.
Yeah, so just a couple of things to keep in mind if you're interested in adopting her, but otherwise she's good,
She's a great dog.
Well, and you've noticed that somebody has worked with her. She's had some training.
She does some tricks.
What can she do?
Come here. She knows how to sit when you ask. Okay, well, most of the time. Sit.
Well,
it was inevitable.
Yeah, when the cameras roll.
She was sitting, she was laying down. She can do 5. Give you a high
give me
5.
5. Oh, can you give me 5? No, I'm not
Just take our word
she
for
lay
it.
down?
Yeah.
We wouldn't lie to you.
Can you sit? Get down. Come on.
Oh,
yay!
Good girl, Bailey.
Nice job.
But, you know, with the thunderstorms, our dog gets a little anxious.
Yes.
And kind of runs around the house and whimpers a little bit. And the 4th of July is very similar to these big thunderstorms that we have.
It's almost worse because there's those high-pitched things too, and there's no barometric
whistlers,
pressure, and it's not as predictable. They can pick up on the barometric pressure. Thank you, that's lovely. But the fireworks seem to be even harder and scarier for them because there's so much and so loud, and it's so constant sometimes.
Yeah, and it's something you shared with us. It might have been this time last year. The number of runaway dogs that come in at the 4th of July is quite high.
It is it's very much every year. It's the big one. We get most animals in. They people can check back in the morning and find out where they are. Hopefully they find their animal, and most of them do.
Yeah.
But it's cats and dogs, and they get spooked and they run. They don't know what else to do
So
because
what
they're
can
so
you do?
scared.
I noticed you got this thunder shirt on.
Yeah.
Yes. Thunder shirts are a wonderful thing. They act as like swaddling a baby, and they around their body, their torso, and around their chest a little bit, and it just helps them feel a little bit more comfortable. It doesn't stop the fear, but it does let you get through to their brain a little bit, and other things can work then, from different bones to chew on that maybe are new and different and fun. But it makes a difference for them.
We're looking at some of these tips right here. Special toys, new toys, you got to check on them.
Absolutely. Don't just leave them there. It scares them too much. But, I'll put mine in the basement in their kennels, but they get really good bones to chew on that they don't see all the time. So it occupies them, turning on.
And the last point on there, get exercise, so maybe take them out early in the morning, run them down a little bit.
Absolutely. Before it gets too noisy in your neighborhood. I've done it where I even, if it's been too noisy in the neighborhood and they won't go out, I just set my alarm and we get up at 2 in the morning when it's quiet. So at least they can go out and go to the bathroom,
No, it makes sense.
Because I don't want them ending up with some kind of a medical issue because they couldn't go out for fireworks.
What happens if your dog does run away? What's the best course after the fact?
Check with the shelter. Check with obviously your neighborhood first, but be sure you bring a picture. Come out to the shelter. You can also start it up online to find out, get it listed.
Just on Facebook last night, I saw somebody post a picture about a dog they found.
Right, because they just get spooked and they don't know what else to do, and so they run. They have and then they have no idea where they're at.
Yeah.
I thought you said she didn't like guys.
Well, she's doing well.
All over this big guy.
But see, you haven't stared at her, and you
gave her
cookies.
I gave her treats.
And then she goes, oh, okay, you're all right. She just needs a little bit of warm-up time with certain things.
Well, and that's always the thing about, the dogs that you take in, they all have a story.
They do.
And it's just a matter of appreciating, respecting the dog. Where are they coming from, and how can you get them to a place to where those fears subside?
Absolutely, and it does, and it helps, and there are things to do, and we're glad to help people. We're there to help people.
All kinds of classes
to
help them sit, which Bailey can do, lay down, which Bailey can do, shake, which Bailey can do, just not on live
Bailey
TV.
is available for adoption today starting at noon.
Yeah, anyhumanesociety.org is the website. The full list of adoptable pets is there. Dogs, cats, critters, all of them online. Thank you, Cathy.
Thank
it's
you.
nice to see you. And we appreciate the fact that the two of you coordinate.
Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we? Whoops.
Great effort.
Don't act like you didn't mean to do